Good morning, friends. It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. Here's my broody girl. She doesn't want to get out, but she's sitting on a whole lot of eggs. Hi, Flo. How you doing? How you doing, chickie chickie? I know I'm taking the eggs. So good morning. I'm back. It's been a rough week or so. Yesterday, I finally went to urgent care to get an injection. Whoops! Did you already get in? No. Okay. Sorry, sweetie. Yesterday, I went to urgent care to get an injection for the 7-day migraine I was having, mostly because I had already taken all the prescription medication I'm allowed to take in a 30-day period, and it wasn't helping, and I was still in pain. These girls are so loud this morning. Is that because you want your treats? All right, let's go get some treats. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Want some buggies? Want some buggies? These are black soldier fly larvae and full of protein. They love these things. Whoop, yep, here she comes. Hey, good girl. All right, let's try that again. Sorry, they were super raucous. So I'm back. I did film during that migraine, but not well. And during that time, we reached 1,000 subscribers. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of your support. I didn't expect to get there. Hadn't really planned on it. I don't usually ask people to like and subscribe, but please feel free to do so. Anyway, thank you for that. I definitely wouldn't have reached this without you. So the injection didn't work. Not really, at least. I've heard from lots of people that it's called Toradol. Basically, it's like a liquid high potency ibuprofen. And I've heard from a lot of people that within 15, 30 minutes, it starts to work. And I didn't get relief until about 4.5, 5 hours later. And then even then, it wasn't still totally gone. I can still kind of feel a shadow of it. So I'm going to have to be careful today. But I'm hoping that we've broken through that cycle because it was a long one and it was not fun. So I didn't get to make bouquets last night because I was very unwell. So I did that this morning, and we need to go do deliveries for the CSA. Really, it's great because since I used to deliver all over the Bay Area, and it would take me the entire day of driving, now I just have 2 locations to deliver to. One is to the landowners of the farm, and I give them flowers. I give them 2 bunches of flowers and a dozen eggs every week. And then the other is to the CSA location, which is in a local church. They host an entire CSA with lots of different farms, which is so awesome. So if the people sign up, they can also get fish and pasture-raised chicken and beef and vegetables. And it's just a really cool thing that this church does. So that's what I'm doing today, this morning. Then I need to get those seeds started because now we're in midway into second week of needing to start seeds. So I'm going to get those seeds started, and then it's just going to kind of be a garden chore day. I've got a lot of things to clean, lots of 6-packs roaming around that are dirty that need to be cleaned. So sorry about that. The battery died, but it's mostly going to be cleaning some things up today, and I'm hoping tomorrow, if all goes well and I'm still functioning and I'm feeling okay and this migraine doesn't come back, that we can get some work done out at the farm. Lots of weeding to do. I need to make those raised beds. I have the materials that I need now. So yeah, I'm hoping. And I still have Dylan here for another month, which is amazing. Then he goes back to college. So I definitely want to take him up on his offer to help. And also this week, I hope, I'm going to make spiced plum jam. I've had these plums from our tree in the freezer for 6 weeks or so. Maybe not that long, but I knew since I didn't have a kitchen at the time, we didn't have a place for me to process them. So I do want to make this jam, and I'm hoping to also make some hot sauce from the Sugar Rush Peach peppers that I've already harvested. Now, I had to harvest those unripe. And the reason for that is the predation. So just like tomatoes in my garden these days, if I let peppers ripen on the vine, they get eaten, half of them get eaten before they are finished ripening. And so I've been pulling them off early. And the problem with that is peppers don't ripen on the counter like tomatoes do. They will eventually, but it takes a really long time, and they don't respond to ethylene gas, which is really weird to me, but it's like a lot of things. So ethylene gas is a gas that's given off by fruits and flowers as they ripen, and it causes ripening, and it can also affect things around them. So that's why if you have tomatoes that are unripe, if you pick them green, you can put them next to a banana that is very ripe or an apple that is very ripe, and they will ripen much faster. So also tomatoes next to other tomatoes that are already ripe will help them to speed along. So it's just the way that works. But apparently, and there's been tests of this, apparently peppers don't respond to ethylene gas in terms of ripening. So that's a bummer. One of the other reasons I know about ethylene gas is there are certain flowers that react badly to it. So when we are packing flowers, especially if you're going to put them in a cooler, you kind of have to be aware of what's already in there, and if the flowers that you're putting in there are susceptible to ethylene gas, because then they might over ripen and you come back the next day and there's nothing left. And this is a real thing. People have reported packing up their delivery vans the night before a big delivery and coming out in the morning and finding all the flowers either all blown open or shattered, meaning like they completely blow open and they fall off the bracts. And so that can be a real nightmare. So there's whole books about looking up post-harvest handling for each individual flower. And that's important because if you don't know if your flower is ethylene sensitive or not, you could suffer a very nasty surprise on your delivery day. So, all right, that's beside the point. So I'm going to go eat. I'm having decaf tea. This is my second cup. Caffeine, regular caffeinated beverages, unfortunately, make my heart go into fibrillation. Real fun. So I have to be real careful with caffeine, but a little tiny bit is actually good at kind of keeping the migraines back. So I definitely need to eat now that I'm having a second cup of decaf, because there's enough caffeine in there that it'll definitely start to make you feel, that ravenous feeling. So, all right. When I come back, we will look at what the seed starting mess is. You already know what I'm going to start, but maybe you can hang out with me while we get some trays of seeds started. So that's the first 2 weeks worth of seeds for the fall garden are sown. And I did sow multiple seeds per cell. Most of those I'm going to either thin or divide. Like with the onions, I'll just peel those apart and they'll go into the ground. It's a nice way to save space when you're seeding. And they totally don't mind being taken apart and planted individually. I had to first clean in here. It was a mess. There's still cobwebs in a lot of places, but I really needed to like sweep and dust, and yeah, it was a mess. So we will be sowing seeds every week from now through, I think, so this is week 32. I think from now through week 38 or 39, we'll be sowing seeds. And 36, week 36 is the big one because that is all of the flower seeds for the farm for spring. So they're fall planted for spring. Sorry, I'm looking around seeing all these spider webs that I need to come in here and get rid of. I still do need to clean. I have a whole bunch of trays, dirty trays that need to be scrubbed and cleaned and sanitized, but it's hot right now, and where I'd be doing that is in direct sun. So I think to spare myself potentially getting another migraine, I'm going to wait and do that in the evening when it's in the shade and things are cooler. In the meantime, it'll be in a separate video, but I'm going to make some cowboy candy, which is candied jalapenos, and they're so delicious. We ate a bunch of them last year, and this year I'm going to make, I think, double the amount because I also gave a bunch away too. I'm also going to make the plum jam I was talking about, and then today I bought a bunch of nectarines to make a nectarine crumble for dessert tonight. I've been sick most evenings for the last 7 days, and so Mike and the kids have been responsible for dinner, and so tonight I would like to make them a dinner. So we're gonna have a really big salad. We have lots of kind of individual servings of seasoned meats that are going to get grilled. So chicken, and Mike's going to do some steak, and so then really big salad with lots of stuff in it, like a chopped salad, and then you can add your protein of choice and your dairy of choice. And then we'll have the peach crumble for dessert. So I think that'll be really nice. It'll feel good to spend some time in the kitchen cooking. And I will film both of those other projects for you. So I think with that, it's going to be it for me today. And we still have, a lot to do at the farm. We're actually getting ready to come into some of the busiest times at the farm. Flipping all the beds. It's not going to happen this month. It's the end of September when this happens. We flip everything from summer to spring by completely clearing out all the beds, putting new amendments down, new compost and everything, remaking all the beds, covering the ones we're not going to be using yet with silage tarp, and then planting the others with all of our spring blooming flowers. So we still have some protected raised beds to make. So there's just a lot that's going to be happening out there, and hopefully you will join us. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. And again, thank you for helping us reach 1,000 subscribers. If you have a friend that you think might like these videos, please send that along. We'd love to have them. My favorite thing about having you guys is talking with you in the comments. Everybody has such nice things to say and offer advice and new ideas, and I really appreciate that. It's a sense of community, and I really enjoy hearing from you, learning from you, sharing with you. So thanks again. I hope you have a wonderful time in your garden, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.